Yeah, so because New York is now officially insolvent, you gotta ask yourself, where they getting the money to build up the Nets Stadium? You know what I mean? Where's Jay-Z and the rest of these niggas getting all of this dough to put all of this money into this thing? See, just because the country is insolvent or bankrupt, that don't mean that members of the country are the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all know that, but it's to the point now where there's a drastic gap. Brandeis University, which is a polling university, meaning that any poll that they need to justify bullshit, they get it from this type of university. Universities like Stanford, universities like Caltech, universities like MIT, universities like Brandeis, Johns Hopkins. All of these are so-called Ivy League universities. Anytime you see have Ivy League in front of that, that's a Masonic. And we all know about them goddamn Freemasons. Anyway, what's really going down with that too is that now that they've created this thing where there is no money, they got to get money from somewhere. So universally, as you can see, everything that they promised about the so-called New American Century, the so-called New World Order, all of that stuff now is coming back to bite them in the ass, because when you link up everything under one system, if one thing gets messed up, the entire system is destroyed, and that was the purpose of the New World Order to begin with. It's not about grabbing up people and forcing people to do this and that. It's about creating as much chaos as possible by using the mental fabrication that they have the ability to come through your crib and do all this stuff that they've been prophesying doing since 1899. See, the only difference now is that you have these pockets of consciousness throughout the country and shit that they're more scared about than anything else. More than the guns, more than the militias. They're scared about those 2 or 3 black people that's in the ghetto somewhere building on this type of shit, allying with other original people and other people who's willing to stand up and build on what's really going on. So what I was saying with Brandeis University is that they just put out a poll that basically said that white Americans, people who are considered white in America, make $94,000 to $97,000 more per capita than every other black person in the United States. You heard? $94,000 more than every other black person that you see in the United States. So what we're saying is that the so-called poverty line, or the so-called deficit between the haves and the have-nots has jumped from before civil rights. Let's say prior to Brown versus Board of Education, right? That was the historic thing that Thurgood Marshall argued to get black people to be integrated into separate but so-called separate but equal schools. Because to then, the running logic was, so long as the schools were separate, they could be separate, but they had to be equal. So that means that everything that white kids was learning in their school, black kids had to be learning. Even though black kids only maybe had one book, as long as it was the same curriculum, it's all good. But remember, we talked about this last week, that back in those days, our test scores was off the chain, and the white kids that had it all, they test scores was in the bottom. So back during this time, the difference between, let's say, the haves and the have-not, white people, white Americans, black Americans, it was only, they said it was only like $27,438,000 that white folk had more than black folk. So you mean to tell me that in a country that we were supposed to be integrated into, that we were supposed to get the basic equal freedom, justice, equality that everybody else was supposed to get, you mean to tell me that from back then to now, white folk have been making more money and we've been making less? And then you mean to tell me now, they also did another study on Anderson Cooper about black and white, that black children and white children still see black children, especially dark-skinned black children, as evil and white children as good. This is 2010. They just did a whole survey. Again, Brandeis University did an entire survey, sequestered over 1,000 different students, and they all still saying the same thing. So this is with a black president, okay? This is with a black first lady. This is with a black so-called first family. This is with civil rights or whatever. This is with the Puffies and the Oprahs and the Gazeys and everybody else. This is everybody. We still don't have shit, and worse, we still think that we are the damn problem. We still think that we don't deserve it. You see? But then when we stand up and we actually bring attention to these types of things, they want to make it seem like, oh, you still focusing on race, or it's not about race anymore, and this, and that. Any nigga that tell you that, you should slap him. Because it's always about race when you're dealing with somebody who is always covered in yours. I don't give a damn how benevolent they are, how many black babies they buying, how many black people they done had sex with, how many rap videos they done emulated and watched, and all that. It don't matter. It always comes down to, when it goes down, what side you gonna be on. And again, if you're the type of person you believe that you are white, if you're the type of person that you believe that you are black in terms of the color only, then again, you're dealing with a certain degree of mind control, and nobody can help you. That's something that everybody individually got to get over. You can watch all the DVDs, read all the books you want, watch all of the John Henry Clarks and all these people. It's not going to help you. You know what I mean? If you believe that you are inferior, then you will allow inferior entities to be around you to support that psychosis. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, this is most of our people right now. You know? Speaking of that, this guy Rand Paul, who made this big upset in the so-called news about, because he was able to depose Ron Spector. Excuse me, Spector. And Spector was one of the old school racist guys that have been in this shit since, you know, Methuselah was a child. Anyway, this guy, Rand Paul, who beat him, was a Republican who switched to the Tea Party. But now that he won, his first interview, they was asking him about civil rights, and he basically said that he thinks that civil rights, that all civil rights was bullshit, and that the whole shit needs to be repealed. You see what I'm saying? So now all of those Tea Party Republican people who've been getting hated, getting blasted because they know that whole shit is racist, they now are trying to step away from the nigga, but they can't because he's the only one that can really represent their party in its current state. Because again, the name of the game now is that everything is up for grabs because nobody's in control anymore. The people who act like they most in control is the ones that ain't. It's always the opposite game when you're dealing with international government, or I should say Luciferian politics. It's never what it seems. It's always the opposite. It's always another op going on. Or what they said is a science fiction movie and a series of books called Dune by a guy named Frank Herbert, who is a Shriner, who studied Moorish science. Anyway, through the Moorish Orthodox Church. Anyway, one of the characters in the story, he said, the only way to win is when you have plans within plans within plans. And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the ever-present nature of plans unfolding around us. So once we get wise to one, there's like 5 other ones that's there to take its place. But the Creator never said things would be easy.